I'm Sherilyn McElroy, and this is Romantic Romps. Welcome, everyone, to another audible podcast of Romantic Romps, where guests share their stories of love and how it changed their lives. Good morning, Riley.
Top of the morning to you too, Sherilyn.
Is that your Irish coming out?
I don't think I'm Irish. Just because my hair was red back in the day doesn't mean I have any Irish in me. I just like playing with the accent, which, by the way, I was told by a true Irishman was terrible.
Well, I thought it was spot on.
Thank you, dear. So, what is my topic for today?
Well, I thought we'd talk about Beauregard Fitzgerald Kingston, Jr., who played a part within your 5-year memoir.
I suppose it was only a matter of time before you asked me about him, Sherilyn. Now then, what can I say about Fitz that doesn't give too much away? Let's see now. You already know he was my boss's husband and that sweet cherub of a child Beau's father.
Yes, we do. Here, I'll ask a simple question first. Do you know where Fitz was born?
I don't, actually. He never got around to telling me about his family history, except for one little tidbit. However, your listeners will have to keep tuning in to discover what that one thing was.
Secrets, huh?
Now you just stop that, Sherilyn. You've had the privilege of reading my entire story, but your listeners are in the dark, and I will not let the light in until you come to that part of my memoir. So don't try to trick me into revealing something ahead of time.
Oh, Riley, you can't blame a girl for trying. Sorry, listeners, you'll have to keep coming back to find out what Riley means by that. Okay, so back to Fitz.
Oh, here's something I can tell you about Fitz. He was one of the most debonair men I had ever met. That man could charm the deadliest cobra with a smile. On the flip side, he was also a caustic son of a bitch. In the beginning, it took some effort for me to like him, especially after he verbally lambasted my husband Sherman. Fitz may have been a handsome devil, but sometimes his Lucifer side came out to play, to everyone's dismay. On a lighter note, he could dance like no other. Except for Sherman, that is. Sherman was as smooth as glass on a dance floor, but Fitz was a close second. That's all I'm giving you about Fitz for now, Sherilyn.
Oh, come on, Riley. Surely you can dish up a little dessert about him.
You are a persistent little thing, aren't you, Sherilyn?
A little, perhaps.
Well, in addition to being a smooth operator, Fitz loved being the center of attention. He loved a good challenge. He loved his profession, both of them. He loved his wife and the agreement he and she had.
Agreement. Will you go into a little more detail about what that arrangement was?
Nope, can't. Too much, too soon.
Your mind is a steel trap, Riley.
What's left of it? Oh, that was a good one. I will, however, tell you about Fitz and Coral as a couple. Back in the day, he and Coral traveled quite a bit before Beau was born. She shared that with me one day when she had taken me shopping with some of her friends. Coral told me she and Fitz had flown several times on a Pan Am airliner from New York to London that only took 17 hours and 40 minutes. That was pretty fast in 1946, but today the same flight only takes about 7 hours.
Is London the only place they visited?
Oh my, no. They spent time in Canada, South America, the Caribbean, but most of their time in France.
Well, why France?
Well, Coral told me his parents lived there and some other relatives as well. But after Beau was born, they all but stopped traveling. However, if they needed a vacation away from their world, they left Beau with the nanny for a week or two. But it didn't happen very often. Beau became their center of attention.
Can you tell us a little bit about Coral?
Oh, Coral was a beautiful woman, and Fitz was a lucky man to have married someone above his station.
Oh, what does that mean?
Coral was much smarter than Fitz, and prettier too.
How was she smarter?
She had an eye for business. Fitz had an eye for, well, I'm not going to tell, but I'm sure your listeners can guess. By 1975, Coral had 9 employee agencies across the country. Fitz owned 2 bars and no doubt financed them with Coral's money.
Really?
Oh, I don't know that for a fact. It's my own suspicion backed by no proof. And proof, Sherilyn, is important. You can't go off half-cocked or make accusations against someone without it. If you do, it will come back to bite you on the ass.
You sound like you know about needing proof for something, Riley. Do you?
You know I do, Sherilyn, but your listeners don't. I can't wait for you to get to some of the meat of my story. Sex, secrets, suspicions, deception. It's all in there. It's all in my memoir. So, if you don't have anything else for me, get on with chapter 5.
Oh, Riley, what is it that Hazel used to say? Okie dokie, Smokey. I'd like to thank Riley and my listeners for joining me today, and I hope you all return for the next episode of Romantic Romps with our featured guest, Riley O'Keefe. Until next time, ta for now.